you doing, Snack? Hello, friends. Good morning. Jack just stopped by. Hold on. There he is. Say hi, guys. Oh, you really are saying hi today. What? What? If you go get your toy, I'll throw it for you. Say hi, everybody. Jack. I know. I love you too. I love you too. You're my favorite. Where's your toy? Do you want me to throw it for you? Are you saying hi to everyone? I know. I know. What? What? I love you too. Mama has to read this and then we can go get some ice. Do you want some ice when I'm done? You can't have it right now, but you can have it when I'm done. We have to read. We're behind. I know. And then we can go outside and play and we can go outside and paint, okay? He's over it. Okay. Good morning. Jack was really not happy. Wow, that was way too close, way too close. That's like when you turn on your camera by accident and it's facing the wrong direction. And I know, he is such a beautiful boy, isn't he? He's my favorite. And I love when he does that. I've been trying to teach him to say I love you. So whenever he growls at me, I choose to believe that he's saying I love you. But he's gotten really good at please. He loves ice, and if we go in the kitchen and he hears the ice maker, he is like right next to you, but I make him say please before I'll give it to him. So when he comes, he's like, and it's really cute. And sometimes he kind of like whispers it, and I love it. Anyway, good morning, friends. I'm glad that you're here. It is a unseasonably warm time right now in Pennsylvania, so I'm trying to finish painting as much of the outside of my house as I possibly can, which is why we were not on yesterday. Good morning. So we are going to read quickly because I have a ton to do and I'm really excited about being outside, which sounds weird, but I want to get as much done as I can before all the snow. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to read fast, and then I'm going to get Jack some ice, and we're going to go outside and paint. So I hope that you guys have a fantastic Wednesday too. We are in Joshua chapter 16, and I'm really sorry to say I'm going to warn you, Joshua chapter 16, what we're reading is really boring to me. Natsuki, nice to meet you too. Right now we are reading like land that is given. So basically I am butchering like 100 names and it's awful. But the Bible is trying to explain who gets what land, I guess, and why. Just wanted to warn you because I am not good at saying these names. But we said we're going to read the entire thing in chronological order, so it's in there for a reason, which means it's important, and we're going to try to do it. So, chapter 16 of Joshua. Here we go. Here we go. The allotment of descendants of Joseph extended from the Jordan River near Jericho, east of the waters of Jericho, through the wilderness and into the hill country of Bethel. From Bethel it ran over into Adaroth into the country of the Archites. Then it descended westward to the territory of the Japhilites as far as the lower Beth Horon, then into Gezer, then over to the Mediterranean Sea. The families of Joseph's sons, Manasseh and Ephraim, received their inheritance, and the following territory was given to the families of the tribes of Ephraim. The eastern boundary of their inheritance began at Adaroth Adar. From there it ran to upper Beth Horon and then on to the Mediterranean Sea. The northern boundary began at the Mediterranean, ran east past Mikmethath, and then curved eastward past Tanath Shiloh to the east of Genoa. From Genoa it turned southward to Adaroth and Nerah, touched Jericho, and extended at the Jordan River. From Tapua, the border extended westward, following the Canal Ravine to the Mediterranean Sea. Mediterranean is about the only word that I know that I'm saying correctly. This is the inheritance given to the families of the tribe of Ephraim. Ephraim was also given some towns with surrounding villages in the territory of the half-tribe of Manasseh. They did not drive the Canaanites out of Gezer, however, so the people of Gezer live as slaves among the people of Ephraim to this day. Yay, that was chapter 16. Okay, so chapter 17. The next allotment of land was given to the half-tribe of Manasseh, the descendants of Joseph's older son. Gilead and Bashan on the east side of the Jordan had already been given to the family of Machir because he was a great warrior. Machir was Manasseh's oldest son and the father of Gilead. Land on the west side of the Jordan was allotted to the remaining families within the tribe of Manasseh. So we have Abiezer, Helek, Azriel, Shechem, Hefner, and Shemida. However, Zelophehad, son of Hefer, who was a descendant of Manasseh, Machir, and Gilead, had no sons. Instead, he had 5 daughters. Their names were Mahlah, Noah, Hoglah, Milcah, and Tirzah. These women came to Eleazar the priest, I remember this, and Joshua son of Nun and the Israelite leaders, and said, "The Lord commanded Moses to give us an inheritance along with the men of our tribe." So Joshua gave them an inheritance along with their uncles as the Lord had commanded, which is very, very cool, right? The first time that it was equality. I love it. Have to get back to work. Thank you for being here. Jack is extra cutie. Congratulations that your dog is pregnant, and thank you for the compliment. I'm so sorry to hear about your dog, though. They really are our people, aren't they? It's very sad when they go over that bridge. There's Jack's booty. All right, back to names I'm butchering. So the girls, for the first time ever, got equal treatment, and they were given land. And the boundary of the tribe of Manasseh extended from the border of Asher to Michmanath, which is east of Shechem. Then the boundary went south from Michmethath to the people living near the spring of Tappuah. The land of Tappuah belonged to Manasseh, but the town of Tappuah on the border belonged to Ephraim. From the spring of Tappuah, the border of Manasseh followed the north side of the Kanah ravine to the Mediterranean Sea. Several of the towns in Manasseh's territory belonged to the tribe of Ephraim. And the land south of the ravine belonged to Ephraim. The land north of the ravine belonged to Manasseh. And then the Mediterranean Sea formed Manasseh's western border. North of Manasseh was the territory of Asher, and to the east was the territory of Issachar. The following towns in the territory of Issachar and Asher were given to Manasseh: Bethshan, Ibleam, Dor, Endor. No. There is a legit place called Endor in the Bible. That's crazy. That is, there you go. That is the thing that I have discovered while reading this Bible that is the most completely shocking to me. There is a real place called Endor. And I must go. I am a complete Star Wars nerd. Always have been. Before it was cool, P.S. And I cannot believe that there's actually a place called Endor. That's awesome. Moses was the first one to download files from a cloud using a tablet. I love it. It's really funny. Okay, let's keep reading. So the descendants of Joshua asked, "Why have you given us only one portion of land when the Lord has given us so many people?" Joshua replied, "In the hill country of Ephraim is not large enough. No. If the hill country of Ephraim is not large enough for you, clear out land for yourselves in the forest where the Perizzites and Raphites live." That's funny. He's like, if this isn't good enough for you, go get more. They said, "The hill country is not enough for us, and the Canaanites in the lowlands around Bethshan and the valley of Jezreel have iron chariots. They're way too strong for us." So Joshua said to the tribes of Ephraim and Manasseh, the descendants of Joseph, "Since you are so large and strong, you'll be given more than one portion. The forests of the hill country will be yours as well. Clear as much of the land as you wish and live there. And I'm sure you can drive out the Canaanites from the valleys too, even though they're strong and have chariots." Okay, that was chapter 17. All right, chapter 18 is going to be interesting. Okay. Your son, Luke, loves that he was named after a Star Wars character, and my daughter, Chewie, not so much. You did not name your daughter Chewie. Jack was born on Star Wars Day. Like, seriously, my dog was born on Star Wars Day. Forever will May the 4th be with me. I'm just saying. Fun fact, I have a Star Wars tattoo if anyone cares. But, yeah, there's a place called Endor. This is just going to rock my world for the rest of my life. Yeah. Okay. Now that the land was under Israelite control, the entire Israelite assembly gathered at Shiloh and set up the tabernacle. If we find a Hoth or a Bespin, this is going to be crazy. Okay, there remained 7 tribes who had not yet been allotted their inheritance. Then Joshua asked them, "How long are you going to wait before taking possession of the remaining land of the Lord your God that your ancestors has given you? Select 3 men from each tribe, and I'll take them out to survey the unconquered territory. They will return to me with a written report of their proposed divisions of the inheritance. The scout will map the land in 7 sections, excluding Judah's territory in the south and Joseph's territory in the north. And then I will cast sacred lots in the presence of the Lord our God to decide which section will be assigned to each tribe." Okay, pause. Casting lots is illegal or like against, what is it called? Like it's one of the commandments that you're not supposed to do. But they just said they're casting sacred lots. So it's okay if you cast them if they're sacred? Because that, things that make you go, Anybody want to weigh on that one? Back to their sacred lots in the presence of the Lord to decide which section will be assigned. So when I play the lottery, I'm going to call it sacred and do it in God's presence. However, the Levites will not receive any land. Their role as priests of the Lord is their inheritance. And the tribes of Gad, Reuben, and the half-tribe of Manasseh won't receive any more land, for they have already received their inheritance, which Moses, the servant of the Lord, gave them on the east side of the Jordan River. As the men were mapping out the land and started on their way, Joshua commanded them, "Go and survey the land, and then return to me with your written report, and I will assign the land to the tribes by casting sacred lots in the presence of the Lord here at Shiloh." The men did as they were told and mapped the entire territory into 7 sections, including the towns in each section. Then they returned to Joshua in camp at Shiloh. There at Shiloh, Joshua cast sacred lots in the presence of the Lord to determine which tribe should have each section. The first allotment of land went to the families of the tribe of Benjamin. It lay between the territory previously assigned to the tribes of Judah and Joseph. The northern boundary began at the Jordan River, went north of the slope of Jericho, west through the hill country to the wilderness at Beth Aven. From there, hey, boo, what you doing? Look, what are you doing, Jack? Say hi. You say hi. Are you a good boy? Are you a good boy with the softest ears? What? Oh, you don't want to pet you right now, huh? Are you mad at me? Why are you mad? This is what Jack does when he's upset. He legit turns away from you and puts his head down. So I think he's mad because I wouldn't get up right now. I told him he had to wait, and I think he's cranky about it. Yesterday he got yelled at for something, and he sulked the entire way to drive the kids to school. No, he really is. He's very sensitive. He's a very sensitive big guy, and he gets upset about things. Anyway, okay. I know, I was trying to tell him that you're sensitive. The boundary then ran along the western edge of the hill, facing Beth Horon, ending at the village of Karath Baal, on the town belonging to the tribe of Judah. This is the western boundary. The southern boundary began at the outskirts of Karath Jearim, and from there it ran westward to the spring in the waters of Naphtali, and down to the base of the mountain beside the valley of the son of Hinnom, on the north end of the valley of Rephaim. From there it went down to the valley of Hinnom, crossing south of the slope where the Jebusites lived, and continued to En Rogel. From En Rogel, the boundary proceeded northeast to En Shemesh and on to Gileath, and then it went down to the stone of Bohan. From there, it passed along the north side of the slope overlooking the Jordan Valley, and then the border it went down into the valley, ran past the north slope of Beth Hulgah, and ended at the north bay of the Dead Sea, which is the southern end of the Jordan River. The eastern boundary was the Jordan River, and this was the inheritance for the families of Benjamin. These were the towns given to the families of the tribes of Benjamin: Jericho, Beth Hoglah, Amit Kaziz, Beth Arabah, Zeramaim, Bethel, Avivim, Parah, Ophrah, Kephar Ammoni, Ophni, and Geba, 12 towns with their villages. What are you growling at? Can you see out that window? Is that your problem? There's a, this is on top of like a dresser that's in front of the window, so I didn't think you could see out of it, but I think you can, because he just walked up and started growling at someone. That's crazy. I'm so sorry to hear that. You're doing online school until the 29th because your sister got COVID. I'm so sorry. That stinks. I hope that she gets better soon. Okay. So they also have Rechem, Erpeel, Terela, Zela, Hapheth, Jebus, Gibeon, Karath, Jearim, 14 towns with their villages. This was the inheritance given to Benjamin. I'm going to let you watch Jack and me because he's way cuter. He always sits like that with his foot all bent. I don't understand how that's comfortable. The second allotment of land went to the families of the tribe of Simon, and their inheritance was surrounded by Judah's territory. Simon's inheritance included Beersheba, Sheba, Moladah, Hazar Sul, Bala, Ezem, Edelad, Bethel, Hormah, Ziklag, Beth Markoboth, Hazar Susa, Beth Leaboth, and Sheruhen, 13 towns and their villages. It also included Ain, Ribbon, Ether, and Ashen, 4 towns and their villages, including all the villages as far south as Belath-beer. This was the inheritance of the families of the tribe of Simon. Their inheritance came from part of what had been given to Judah, because Judah's territory was too large for them. So the tribe of Simon received an inheritance within the territory of Judah. The third allotment of land went to the tribe of the families of Zebulun. The boundary of Zebulun's inheritance started at Sarid. From there it went west, going past Maralah, touching Dabasheth, and proceeding to the brook and the east of Jokneam. In the other direction, the boundary line went east from Sarid to the border of Kisloth Tabor, and from there to Dabaroth and up to Japhia. Then it continued east to Gath Hephner, Eth Kazian, and Rimmon, and towards Neah. The valley boundary of Zebulun passed Henethon and ended at the valley of Ifta-El.
The towns in these areas included Katath, Nahalal, Shimron, Adalaha, and Bethlehem. I know how to say Bethlehem. 12 towns with their surrounding villages, and this was the inheritance of the families of Zebulun. The fourth allotment went to the tribe of Issachar, and its boundaries included Jezreel, Kesuloth, Shunem, Hapharaim, Shion, Anarahath, Ribboth, Kishion, Ebez, Remeth, En-Ganinim, and Hadadah, and Beth Pazez. The boundary also touched Tabor, Shahazuma, and Beth Shemesh, ending at the Jordan River, 16 towns and surrounding villages. This was the inheritance given to Issachar. The fifth allotment of land went to the families of the tribe of Asher. Its boundaries included these towns: Helkath, Haley, Beten, Ashkepoth, Alamelecheth, Amad, and Mishal. Did you hear that? I'm trying to get into it. The boundary on the west went from Carmel to Shihor-Libnath, turned east to Beth Dagon, and ran as far as Zebulun in the valley of Iftathel, running north to Beth-Emek and Neiel. Then it continued north to Kabul, Abdon, Rehob, Hammon, Kenah, and as far as Greater Sidon. And the boundary turned towards Ramah into the fortified city of Tyre and came to the Mediterranean Sea at Hosa. The territory also included... Bye, Jack.
That's not funny, but that's really funny. He's like, I don't want to listen to you read these ridiculous names anymore. Okay, that's really funny. All right, so we are on the sixth allotment of land given to the tribe of Naphtali. This boundary ran from Helepheth from the oak at Zamim and ended it across to Adamai, Nekeb, Jaziel, as far as Lakem, extending to the Jordan River. The western boundary ran past Abnoth, Tabor, and then to Hukkok, and touched the boundary of Zebulun in the south, the boundary of Asher on the west, and the Jordan River on the east. The fortified cities included in the territory were Ziddim, Zer, Hamath, Rakah, Kinnereth, Adamah, Ram, Ha, Hazor, Kedesh, Edrai, and Hazor, Uran, Megdael, Ram, Bathanath, and Beth Shemeth. 19. I wonder why they got so many. The seventh and last allotment of land went to the families of the tribe of Dan. The towns within Dan's inheritance included Zorah, Eshtal, Ershemeth, Shabbabilon, Aijalon, Ethtalah, Elon, Timrah, Ekron, Elteketh, Gibbethon, Beleth, Jehud, Benabarak, Gathrimmon, and Merjekon, also reckoned along with the territory from Joppa. But the tribe of Dan had trouble taking possession of their land, so they fought against the town of Laish. They captured it, slaughtered its people, and settled there, and they renamed the city Dan after their ancestor. This was the inheritance of the families of the tribe of Dan. After all the land was divided among the tribes, the Israelites gave a special piece of land to Joshua as his inheritance. For the Lord had said he could have any town he wanted, and he chose Timnath-Serah in the hill country of Ephraim. He rebuilt the town and lived there. These are the territories that Eleazar the priest, Joshua son of Nun, and the tribal leaders gave as an inheritance to the tribes of Israel by casting sacred lots in the presence of the Lord at the entrance of the tabernacle at Shiloh. So the division of land was complete. Then the Lord said to Joshua, "Now tell the Israelites to designate the cities of refuge as I instructed Moses. Anyone who kills another person unintentionally can run to one of these cities and be protected from the relatives of the one who was killed, for the relatives may seek to avenge the killing. Upon reaching one of these cities, the one who caused the accidental death will appear before the leaders at the city gate and explain what happened. They must allow the accused to enter the city and live there among them. If the relatives of the victim come to avenge the killing, the leaders must not release the accused to them, for the death was accidental. But the person who caused the death must stay in that city and be tried by the community and found innocent. Then the one declared innocent because the death was accidental must continue to live in that city until the death of the high priest who was in office at the time of the accident. After that, the one found innocent is free to return home." The following cities were designated as cities of refuge: Kadesh of Galilee in the hill country of Naphtali, Shechem in the hill country of Ephraim, and Kirath Arba in the hill country of Judah. On the east side of the Jordan River across from Jericho, the following cities were designated as cities of refuge: Bezer in the wilderness plain of Reuben, Ramoth in Gilead in the territory of the tribe of Gad, and Golan in Bashan in the tribe of Manasseh. These cities were set apart for Israelites as well as the foreigners living among them. In that way, they could escape being killed in revenge prior to standing trial before the community. Can you imagine being the person that goes and runs that town? Like, I'm going to go live with a bunch of people that could or could not have killed someone? No thanks. I wouldn't want that job. All right, guys, last chapter for today, chapter 21. Then the leaders of the tribe of Levi came to consult with Eleazar the priest, Joshua son of Nun, and the leaders of the other tribes of Israel. They spoke to them at Shiloh in the land of Canaan, saying, "The Lord instructed Moses to give us towns to live in and pasture lands for our cattle.
So by the command of the Lord, the Levites were given as their inheritance the following towns and their pasture lands. The descendants of Aaron, who were members of the Kohathite clan within the tribe of Levi, were given 13 towns that were originally assigned to the tribes of Judah, Simon, and Benjamin. The other families of the Kohathite clan were allotted 10 towns from the territories of Ephraim, Dan, and Manasseh. The clan of Gershon received 13 towns from the tribes of Issachar, Asher, Naphtali, and Manasseh, and the clan of Merari received 12 cities from the tribes of Reuben, Gad, and Zebulun. So the Israelites obeyed the Lord's command to Moses and assigned these towns and pasture lands to the Levites by casting sacred lots. The Israelites gave the towns from the following tribes of Judah and Simon to the descendants of Aaron, who were members of the Kohathite clan within the tribe of Levi, since the sacred lot fell to them first. Kirath Arba and the hill country of Judah, along with its surrounding pasture lands, but the field beyond the city and the surrounding villages were given to Caleb, son of Jephunneh. The following towns with their pasture lands were given to the descendants of Aaron the priest: Hebron, a city of refuge for those who accidentally killed someone, just to clarify, Libnah, Jadar, Eshtemoa, Holon, Debir, Ain, Judah, and Beth Shemesh, 9 towns from those 2 tribes. From the tribe of Benjamin, the priests were given the following towns with their surrounding pasture lands: Gibeon, Geba, Anath, and Almon, 4 towns. So 13 towns were given to the priests, the descendants of Aaron. The rest of the Kethanite clan from the tribe of Levi was allotted these towns and pasture lands from the tribe of Ephraim: Shechem, a city of refuge for those who killed someone; Gezer, Kibzaim, and Beth Horon, 4 towns. Okay, so that answers my question. I'm like, who would want to go to this place and live with all these people? You know who gets to go to this place? The Levites, because they weren't actually given towns. So the people were like, you can have this city if you want. That's terrible. All those towns with the people that killed someone. The following towns and pasture lands were allotted for the priests from the tribe of Dan: Eltekeh, Gibbethon, Ajalon, and Gath-Rimmon, 4 towns. Manasseh allotted the following towns for their pasture lands to the priest: Tanakh and Gath-Rimmon, 2 towns. So 10 towns with their pasture lands were given to the rest of the Kohathite clan. The descendants of Gershon, another clan within the tribe of Levi, received 2 towns with their pasture land from the half-tribe of Manasseh: Golan and Be-Eshterah. From the tribe of Issachar, they received Kishion, Daberath, Jarmuth, and En-Gammenon, 4 towns with their pasture land. From the tribe of Asher, they received Mishal, Abdon, Helkath, and Rehob, 4 towns in their pasture land. From the tribe of Naphtali, they received Kadesh in Galilee, Hamath-dor, and Kartan. One of those was a city of refuge. So 13 towns in their pasture lands were allotted to the clan of Gershon. The rest of the Levites, the Merari clan, were given the following towns from the tribe of Zebulun: Jokneam, Karta, Dimnah, and Nathalel, 4 towns with their pasture lands. From the tribe of Reuben, they received Bezer, Jahaz, Kedemoth, and Mephath, 4 towns with their pasture lands. Apparently Jack made it outside. From the tribe of Gad, they received Ramoth and Gilead, a city of refuge, Menaim, Heshbon, and Jazer, 4 towns with their pasture lands. So 12 towns were allotted to the clans of Merari. The total number of towns and pasture lands within Israelite territory given to the Levites came to 48. Every one of these towns had pasture lands surrounding it. And the Lord gave Israel all the land he had sworn to give their ancestors, and they conquered it and settled there. And the Lord had given them rest on every side, just as he solemnly promised their ancestors. None of their enemies could stand against them, for the Lord helped them conquer all of their enemies. All of the good promises that the Lord had given to Israel came true. That's a really good way to end it, right? So all that craziness, all the stuff that they went through, and the final sentence of chapter 21 says all of the good promises that the Lord gave Israel have come true. I like it. Okay, so that was all for today. No, I'm not 27. I am 39. I had my daughter when I was 27, and she's 12. That's crazy, right? Anyway, I hope that you guys have a fantastic day, and I'm going outside to paint. So thank you for being here with me. It always makes it easier to read random cities and town names, and we appreciate you. I'm going to go check on Jack, and I hope that you guys have a great Wednesday. Bye.